Hi, Ms. Ackron's AVID class. I'm Ms. Sullivan, and we're here to talk about online news resources today. Ms. Ackron approached me and said that you all needed to access some credible news sources. And so that's our learning target today, learning how to access credible news. And so we're going to be looking at news sources online, and we're going to start local with our school newspaper. We'll move on to neighborhood, city, state, and national newspapers. And then I'm going to show you how to access some national magazines, as well as a bonus Oregon historical news database. So let's get started. If you don't know, we have a school newspaper called McDaniel News. And this is how you find the newspaper that's written by students, your fellow students. It's at mhsnews.org. And if you go there, you can learn local news about stuff that's going on in school and things that affect students here. But also there are these really cool opinion pieces. There are book and movie recommendations, music, food, all kinds of stuff like that. So it's really fun. So I hope that you all will check that out. And again, that's at mhsnews.org. There's a neighborhood newspaper that's pretty good for our neighborhood, and it's called the Hollywood Star. And if you're not familiar with it, you should definitely check it out. Again, there's lots of information about our neighborhood, things that affect you all, and businesses that are coming and going in the neighborhood. And then there are like reviews and things like that as well. So you can find them at star-news.info. The next resource that I want to share with you all is our city paper, the Oregonian. And you can access the Oregonian at OregonLive.com. And all of the websites that I just shared with you, all of the news sources that I just shared with you are free and accessible to anyone online. For Oregon Live, however, there are articles that come out in the Oregonian that are not accessible for free through Oregon Live. Everyone gets one per month, but if you want to read that second article and you're not able to, I'm going to show you how you can without paying for a subscription, because lucky for us, the Multnomah County Library pays for a subscription for us to use. So if you want to read an article that you're getting a firewall or a paywall for on Oregon Live, you can always do this workaround. So you're going to go to the Multnomah County Library website, and that's at multcolib, multcolib.org. And you'll see the ribbon across the top has a button for research. And if you click the menu, click the down arrow and expand the menu, you'll see research tools and resources. And then if you type in the title Oregonian and do a search, you'll see that you can access the historical Oregonian back to 1861, which is amazing, or the normal Oregonian archives from 1987 to present. So that's how you find it. To actually read them, you need to get into your account. And the way you do that is by using Library Connect. Hopefully, some of you have heard about this by now. We have a deal with Portland Public Schools and Multnomah County Library where PPS students can use their school ID number as their library card number. And I'm just going to quickly show you how to do that. And of course, if you ever have any questions, always let me know. All you have to remember is that the login is 8 digits and the password is 8 digits. So our district code for Portland Public Schools is 01. So to log in, you would just type in 01 and your 6-digit student number. And then for the password, when they set up these accounts, they used the 2-digit month, 2-digit day, and 4-digit year of your birthday. So for example, if you were born on March 1st, it would be 03 for March, 01 for the day, and then the 4 digits of your birth year. So I hope that makes sense. The other thing, moving on to national newspapers, is that you can access the New York Times through that same research tools and resources button. And so where we typed in the title The Oregonian last time, we would type in New York Times, and then you can see there's a historical link, and then there's a link to the papers that are 1980 to present, which that's usually what you're going to be using. Again, you can access 1 or 2 New York Times articles for free per month, but a subscription to the New York Times is kind of pricey. So this is nice that we have this way to access the New York Times through Multnomah County Library. And this is a really cool trick too. So once you click this button that says New York Times 1980 to present, you get this screen for US major dailies. And so let me show you what you access when you get in there is not just the New York Times, but you also get 5 national credible newspapers that you can read for free for having a Multnomah County Library card. It's awesome. So you can access the New York Times, the Washington Post, the Wall Street Journal, the Los Angeles Times, and the Chicago Tribune. It's a pretty amazing resource that we have access to. So now I'm going to move on to national magazines. You probably didn't know that we had access to national magazines. It's sort of new in our district that we got access because PPS paid for it for us, which is really nice. And the way you access them is by going to the McDaniel High School Library site first. And we're so lucky that we changed our school name because now if you just Google McDaniel High School Library, we're the only one. And so you will get our library website. It's super cool. That was not true when we were Madison. So this is what it looks like. And you're just going to scroll down. Once you do, you're looking for Sora because that is how you're going to access these magazines. And then as a side note, you can also access ebooks through Sora. So it's pretty cool. Anyway, you're going to click on that Sora button, the light blue button with the little flying robot. And the first time you do it, you'll have to click through Find My School. And then you're looking for Portland School District 1J. And so once you get there to Portland Public Schools, well, it's called Portland School District 1J within Sora. Portland is the key thing there. You can click in. You'll log in using your school ID. And then there's a ribbon also at the top of this resource called magazines because it's new, so it's featured. It says over 50 books, but those are the 50 magazines that we have access to, including things like The Economist, New Scientist, but also Car and Driver, Rolling Stone, Newsweek. 2 that some people are really interested in having access to are the National Geographic and Smithsonian magazines. So it's kind of amazing. We're so lucky that we have access to all of these magazines. So I hope that you'll take advantage of all these different ways to access news. And then this is my bonus database for you guys to tell you about. And it's through U of O. And they have Oregon historical newspapers way back. And so it's really fun. They do a little This Day in History thing. So if you're ever interested in Oregon history, it's good to know about this resource. So it's at oregonnews.uoregon.edu. And I see that on the video, it got cut off there, but I will put all of this information, the slide deck and everything under Ackron, which will be in the Class Connections button of the McDaniel Library site. And if you need help finding that, be sure and let me know and I'd be happy to help. So this is what we covered. We covered a ton of credible news sources from the school newspaper to the neighborhood newspaper to the city paper and state papers. And also we covered national newspapers, national magazines, and a bonus Oregon historical database of news. So that should be plenty of options for you. But if you have any questions at all, I'm always here to help. Please ask me. And thank you so much.